Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Rejoicing Tone. Today, I wanted to make a kind of different presentation here. I wanted to go through the top 10 of the Christian songs out there and see how biblical they are. And so we're going to go through the lyrics of the songs and we're going to see how biblical they are. So these are tracks that are popular within Christian music right now. And we're going to compare them with the top 10 of regular mainstream pop songs that don't have explicit language, explicit lyrics. So the non-explicit songs that are popular right now in the mainstream, and see who wins. Does the mainstream win, or does Christian music win when it comes to biblical accuracy? Now, how are we going to do that? Because mainstream music usually isn't biblical at all. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to give each song a point, or not a point, or a minus point. If a song is anti-biblical, so it goes directly against the Bible, it gets a -1. So, for example, a mainstream song that is promoting sin as something good, that's -1. But a Christian song that is promoting a false gospel is also -1. When it is a neutral song, so it's not really like biblically accurate, but it's also not pretending to be biblical, but it's just a normal song like I love you, I hope you love me back, something like that. That's 0. That's 0 points. And when it is actually biblical, then it's a +1. And we're going to end up with, a score. And then we're going to see who is going to win. Is the Christian music, is it really biblical? And is it more biblical than the mainstream music? We're going to see that. I didn't check any of the lyrics that we're going to go through. I'm just going to look at the songs, for the first time right now. So I don't know what we're gonna see. Didn't prepare anything. I just had this idea to do this, and let's just see who's gonna win. Because you'd think that the Christian music is gonna win, right? And you'd think that the Christian music is gonna get 10 points because every song has to be a +1. It has to be a biblical song. So at the end, the Christian music should end up with a 10, while the mainstream music either ends up with a 0 or a -10, if it's really that bad. So we're going to look at the songs and see, where it's going to take us. So the first song that we're going to look at is Give and Take. This is from the playlist Today's Christian on Apple Music. I'm going to use that list, and I'm going to look at the first 10 songs. So the first one is Give and Take. By the way, not written with capitals. I don't know what the deal is with song titles nowadays that just are written like with no capitals in the title, right? It doesn't have to be all, or either it's, no capitals at all, or it's all caps. And I just don't understand. It's just probably, trying to be special or something like that. It's just, I really don't get it. Anyway, Give and Take is the first song that we're going to look at, and it's written, it's not written by, but it's, the artist is Jervis Campbell, or maybe he wrote it, I don't know. Let's see, we're going to go to the lyrics. And, it's written by Jervis Campbell and by Ben Foster. Okay, so we're going to look at the song text, there we go. Tell me why that one day I'm falling, and then the dark turns to light, and the hope comes a calling. Maybe I'll need some middle ground. Kind of cryptic. Anyway, and they say hard times come and hard times go, and I'll stand strong through the highs and lows. So I stand strong, so it's about me, not about Christ. Oh, you're gonna find hurt if you ever want to grow. I guess it's just a give and take, leave or stay. Go all in or hesitate, it don't matter either way. I guess it's just a give and take, leave or stay. Go all in or hesitate, it don't matter either way. Just a give and take. Very inspiring chorus here. Don't know why life does what it's doing. But if you're there, I don't care if I'm winning or losing. Okay, so I guess the you're there, that's God. I don't know whether it's Jesus, but we know it's probably God because, so if you God are there, I don't care if I'm winning or losing. That's a good thing to say. Yeah. Because if God is there, you know, then that's the most important thing. And winning or losing in the world is not what we strive for. We know that God already won. So, but if we really want to focus on God, we're going to mention that. We're going to say that Jesus won. Jesus, he overcame the world, right? But I'm just indifferent. I don't care if I'm winning or losing, as long as you're there. That's basically what it says. Not really bad to say that, but anyway. And they say, hard times come and hard times go, and I'll stand strong through the highs and lows. Oh, you're gonna find hurt if you ever wanna grow. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay, go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay, go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. Just the give and take. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay, go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay, go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. And they say hard times come and hard times go, and I'll stand strong. I'll stand strong. Not through the strength of the Lord, but I'll stand strong, my own strength, through the highs and lows. Oh, you're going to find hurt if you ever want to grow. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay. Go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. Guess what I'm going to say next? Yeah, right. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay. Go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. Just the give and take. It's so inspiring, this song. Wow. That's just, wow. It just gives me the idea that it's so great to be a believer, right? It's so great to be a Christian. I guess it's just the give and take, leave or stay. Go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. I guess it's just a give and take, leave or stay, go all in or hesitate. It don't matter either way. That was song number 1. Well, let's just look at what this song is basically saying. It says, it don't matter. It all just doesn't matter, And there's only one time, or maybe one or two times when he says, when you're here, okay, but if you're there, I don't care if I'm winning or losing. But that's that's just one time in the whole song, and your is not written with a capital Y, so we don't know who you is. Maybe it's just girlfriend, If you, my girlfriend, if you're there, I don't care if I'm winning or losing. There is no God, no mention of God. There's no mention of Jesus. There's no mention of the gospel. There's no edification. There is no encouragement. There is no joy. None of the fruits of the spirits can be found anywhere in this song. It's a really depressing song. It doesn't matter either way. It's just give and take, right? So this is a -1. This is a -1 song. So the Christian music already has a -1. I'm going to take my phone here and I'm going to make a note here so that I won't forget the count, because now we're going to the mainstream songs. So -1, and this is C, that's Christian music, -1. So that's the score for Christian music right now. Okay, the mainstream. We're going to today's hits, also an Apple Music playlist. I wanted to do the worldwide top 100, but I don't know what's happening today. But it's like the same artist is like, it's like one artist has 7 songs in the top 10, and then the other has 2, and then in the top 20 there are someone with 5, and it's like people don't have any diverse taste anymore. It's just all the same. It's really, I was really surprised to see that. But this hit list, or this today's list, they actually made a playlist that was more diverse, so that would be more interesting to listen to. And so they don't, put the same artist over and over again on the list. So we're going to go to number 1 of this list, and that's the song Golden. It is a K-pop song by Hunter X, all written in capitals, and Audrey Nuna, also all written in capitals. I actually should scream these names, but I don't want to. I want your ears to be heard, so I'm just gonna say them normally. Ray Amy, and K-pop something else. From the album K-pop Demon Hunters, soundtrack from the Netflix series of something. I can't see what it exactly is. Okay, going to go to the credits here. So it's written by a lot of people. AJ with all capitals, or EJ, AI. I don't know how you pronounce that. He's the composer and vocal arranger. Then we have Mark Sonnenblick, I think that's German, a composer. Jung-Gyu Kwak, who's also a composer. Yu Han Lee, a composer. Hee Dong-nam, composer. Jung-hoon Seo, composer. Park Hong-young, all capitals, composer. And the rest are arrangers. So those people are the songwriters. So here's the song. I was a ghost. I was alone. Ha. And then something in Korean, I think. Ha. Another thing in Korean. Ah. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe. I was the queen that I meant to be. Sounds kind of religious. I lived 2 lives. Try to play both sides. Hey, that's the same theme, a little bit like the other one, right? But I couldn't find my own place. Called a problem child. 'Cause I got too wild. But now that's how I'm getting paid. On stage. Okay. I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born to be. We're dreaming hard. We came so far. Now I believe. It's probably about believing in yourself, right? We're going up, up, up. It's our moment. You know, together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Oh, up, up, up. With our voices. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, our time, no fears, no lies. That's who we're born to be. Waited so long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. No more hiding, I'll be shining like I'm born to be. 'Cause we are hunters, voices strong, and I know I believe. Okay, and the rest is just a repeating. And this is more about you, yourself, your own glory, right? Finding your own glory. That's not really biblical. Is it really anti-biblical or anti-Christ? It's our moment, we're together, we're glowing. Yeah, a little bit. It's self-glorification. So, okay. But I'd say, I'm going to give this song a -1 as well. But I'd say this is less -1 than the previous one, because the previous one was actually about apathy, and it was supposed to be a Christian song, but it's a song about apathy. It's a song about depression, about doesn't matter, just doesn't matter, and there is no food or anything in it. Here there's a kind of joy. I'm shining like I'm born to be, although it is self-righteous. It's still more positive, but anyway, it's a -1 too. So we're going to give this a -1 too for the mainstream. That's M, and then -1. Okay, so we have a negative score for both. Back to the Christian music. The next song is What an Awesome God by Phil Wickham. I know this guy, Phil Wickham. He has a good voice. Okay. This song is written by Phil Wickham, Jonathan Smith, and Rich Mullins. Doesn't say who did the lyrics and who did the music, so maybe all 3 of them did both. Here are the lyrics. God is great. Good beginning. Give him all the praise. Hallelujah, name above all names. Fire in his eyes, healing in his veins. Everywhere, his glory on display. Good. Very biblical. Take a look at those stars. He can name them all. Before his throne, every knee falls. The demons have to run. The angels have to praise. even the wind and waves obey. True? Biblical. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from the heavens above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Even when I ran, he didn't run away. Very good point. He came and put death back in its place. True. Friday on the cross. Broken for my shame, Sunday morning rose up from that grave. Here we have the gospel. We have the death, burial, and resurrection. Well, the burial, not the burial explicitly, but you know. So that's always a good way to focus. Take a look at those scars on his hands and feet. He saved our souls for eternity. Amen. Worthy is the Lamb. Glory to the King. Oh, let all the saints and the angels sing. Beautiful. Great. Great lyric. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. And then it repeats, eyes on the sky. There will be a day he will come and wipe our tears away. No more fear, no more pain, no more sorrow, sin, or shame. Beautiful. The eyes on the sky part is always a bit, it reminds us of the Rapture Watch channels, eyes, because the eyes shouldn't be on the sky, the eyes should be on Jesus. So that's the only negative thing I can say up so far, or my only criticism. But if you look at it from, if you want to give this person the benefit of the doubt, then when he says eyes on the sky, there will be a day he will come and wipe our tears away. That's the day we're all longing for. And so he's just encouraging us to look forward to that day. So that's perfectly fine. The King is coming back again, a reign of love that will never end. For everything you've done and everything you do and everything you are, I'll sing to you. And that's, by the way, the you is Jesus. So everything you've done, everything you do, everything you are, I'll sing to you, because the you is written with a capital Y. My God, you're an awesome God. You're great in all you do. I'm made to worship you. My God, you're an awesome God. What an awesome, awesome God you are. No one like you, none beside you. God, we worship you. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above. You're worthy, with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God, forever, ever we sing. And then it repeats, our God is an awesome God, for a few times. Okay, +1. That's a biblical song, and it's actually a very encouraging song. It's a very uplifting song. It tells us about the gospel, what Jesus did for us, and what he's going to do in the future. He's going to give us, he's going to wipe all our tears away. It's not about us being, it's not about Christ in us. It's not about the meat of the word, but it is the milk of the word, and there is nothing wrong with this song when it comes to that. So this is a +1. So now Christian music is now getting a +1. So the score is now 0 for Christian music, while the mainstream is still -1. So we're going to go back to the mainstream, the next song from the mainstream charts. And that's the song Ordinary by Alex Warren. Okay. Maybe I'm going to do a top 5, because maybe it's going to take too long. But let's see how far we're going to get. Or maybe we're going to do a part 2 or whatever. Alex Warren is a songwriter. Adam Yaron too. Max Duval also. And Gal Shapiro. Don't know whether they all wrote the lyrics and all wrote the music or not. It's not being specified here. Anyway, here it is. They say the holy waters... Interesting. They say the holy waters watered down. So the holy water is watered down. And this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually. So if our time is running out day after day, we'll make the mundane our masterpiece. Oh my, oh my, love, I take one look at you. You're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried. On the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine, the angels up in the clouds, also a kind of religious, maybe I shouldn't say religious, but, like it reminds us of biblical things, right? Biblical language, that's what I wanted to, or semi-biblical language. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found something. So who are the angels, right? The angels could also be the fallen angels. Something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, O Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found. And what did we find? Something so out of the ordinary. Hopeless hallelujah. This sounds like this could belong in the Christian church. Maybe we will find it in the Christian church too. Oh, this side of heaven's gate. What side of heaven's gate? Interesting. Oh, my life, how do ya? Breathe and take my breath away. At your altar I will pray. Whose altar is that? You're the sculptor, I'm the clay. Who is the you? Is that God? Or is it Lucy in the sky with diamonds? Oh, my. You're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried. That's kind of creepy, right? On the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine. It's like this song is trying to be anti-Christian in a way, right? It's using Christian language, but then turns it around into something, it twists it like Satan does. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. What is the thing that you found? You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. I believe this is about, the act of making love, I think. Shatter me with your touch, O Lord. Return me to dust. Then it's, aimed at God again. The angels, or a Lord, I don't know which Lord he's talking about. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found something so heavenly, higher than ecstasy, whenever you're next to me. So is this about another person? Is this about, a woman? Because this is Alex Warren. Or maybe, in this time and day and age, you shouldn't say those things, because then they think that you... Anyway, I'm a Christian channel, so I don't have to worry about that. It's about a woman. Higher than ecstasy, whenever you're next to me. Oh my world was in black and white until I saw your light. Whose light was that? The light of this woman? I thought you had to die to find out something so out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried on the edge of your knife. Ugh. Staying drunk on your vine. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, O Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found. Okay, I would, my alarm bells go off when I read this. This is a satanic song. That's all I can say. This is not about the Lord Jesus Christ. Otherwise, maybe it is, but it's kind of mocking him. It's using biblical language, like being drunk on a vine. Well, we know that we are Jesus. Jesus is the vine, and we are pruned into the vine, right? The Bible also says, "Don't be drunk, but be sober-minded." So this is a song that is really trying to go against the Bible and mock it. That's how it feels to me. It feels like a satanic song. If you look at the picture of that's being used, you see a large moon and a man and a wife, or man and a woman, dancing. It's not, it's not really positive or negative or any way, but I'd say this is an anti-Christian song. It's definitely not biblical, and because it tries to sound biblical, but it doesn't use anything biblical, then we definitely have to give this a -1. So now we have Christian music winning right now with 0 points, and the mainstream music is now 2 points. Sorry, -2 points, of course. -2 points. Okay. Well, this is what we're supposed to see. We're supposed to see the Christian music winning. So, but my expectations aren't that. But maybe I'm too negative, you know? This is an experiment. We're going to see where we end up. The next song of the Christian music chart is Wild One by Hopeful and Carly and Taylor. And let's go there. Okay, it is written by Hunter Jackson, Andrew Pulver, and Randy James Taylor, all named as songwriters. Okay, then we go to the lyrics. There we go. You've been trying to grow. So this is a Christian song again, right? We're in the Christian charts again. You've been trying to grow, simultaneously not lose hope. There's so much hope. The past has got to go. It's weighing down your soul. You're so sick and tired. You know it's time to leave the past behind. Don't let go. Just hold on, 'cause you're barely breathing. But I'll never let you go. Don't look down when you're up so high, 'cause you're barely breathing. But I'm never letting go. Gravity don't know, but I was meant to grow. You can't keep a wild one down. You can't keep a wild one down. Don't let go. Just hold on, 'cause you're barely breathing. But I'll never let you go. Don't look down when you're up so high, 'cause you're barely breathing. But I'm never letting go. I won't let it bring me down. And then that's being repeated a million times. Don't let go, just hold on, 'cause you're barely breathing. But I'll never let you go. Oh, I won't let it bring me down. It took me a while, but I finally found out that the I here is supposed to be Jesus. So this is written in the first person. This is Jesus giving his comfort. So let's see. You've been trying to grow. Well, if we try to grow on our own, that's just wood, hay, and stubble. Doesn't, if there's no Christ in it, then it's just, wasted time, basically. While simultaneously not losing hope. But then the songwriter says, there's so much hope. The past has got to go, because the past, that's the flesh. The flesh is on the cross. It's crucified. So it has to go. It's weighing down your soul. Yeah, it is. You're so sick and tired, you know it's time to leave the past behind. Well, most mainstream churches, most institutional churches use this language a lot. And when they say things like this, they mean that you got to stop sinning, or basically that. Stop sinning and do better works, right? So you got to leave the past behind. But this song isn't explicitly saying that you should stop sinning. So you could also look at it as the flesh is crucified. So that's the past. Leave the past behind. Focus on Christ. But that's not what the song says. It doesn't say focus on Christ. It does say, however, that Christ is here to comfort you, which is a positive thing. He says, don't look down, and this I like this. Don't look down when you're up so high. With this, he means that in Christ, you are seated at the right hand of the Father. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. So this is what I'm reading in this. That's your position. You have a high position. So don't look down. Don't look back on the flesh. Look on Christ. And then Jesus says, but I'm never letting go. I won't let it No, because he says, I won't let it bring me down. So it's not Christ. The I is not Christ. It's actually the I, the me, the person. So I won't let it bring me down. So that's the focus on you again. And it's repeated like a million times, like a lot of times. Don't let go, just hold on, because you're barely breathing, but I'll never let you go. I won't let it bring me down. I'll never let you go. Maybe Jesus? I'll never let Jesus go. You see, if you don't mention Jesus or you don't mention God, this song could be about anything. And this could just as well be a mainstream song. If this was just, on the mainstream charts, nobody would think, oh, that's a Christian song. Because there's no Christ. And it's about not, letting you brought down. That's what the world says too, I'm not letting that bring me down, I won't let it. I'm never letting go. I was meant to grow. It's time to leave the past behind. It's really generic, but because there were certain sentences like, you're up so high, don't look down. I would say, I would give this a +1, but because then the focus is all on you, then it's a -1. And then I would say, well, then you end up with a 0. But this is the Christian charts, and this is a song made by Christian artists for Christians. And when it comes to that, it's too self-focused. It doesn't mention the name of Jesus. It doesn't mention the name of God. So we have to be more strict with these songs. And therefore, it has to be a -1. So we have another -1 in the Christian music here. -1. -1. And so we end up with let's see, this was a +1 and a -1. So we're back at 0, right? We had the first one was -1, the second one was +1, and now we have a -1 again. So we're back at 0. So the Christian music is now 0. And mainstream music is -2. So the Christian music is still doing better. Let's go to the mainstream again. Another song, Tears by Sabrina Carpenter. Okay. By the way, I don't know any of these songs. I'm really out of touch when it comes to popular music. Composer and song text. Okay, here. Sabrina Carpenter, John Ryan, and Amy Allen are songwriters. I would guess John Ryan and Amy Allen wrote the songs, and Sabrina Carpenter, because she is a household name, she just said, I want to sing your song if I get songwriting credits. That's how it works nowadays. I don't think that she actually wrote this, but who knows? Anyway, here is the song Tears. I get wet at the thought of you. Okay. Shall we stop here? It kind of surprised me that we find this language only in the third song, or because I would have expected it with song number 1. But anyway, being a responsible guy, treating me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs. Okay. She gets wet. She gets wet through her tears. Okay. Phew. A little initiative can go a very long, long way. Baby, just do the dishes. I'll give you what you want. A little communication, yes. That's my ideal. Foreplay. Okay, this is a sexually oriented song, and it's supposed to be about lust, and therefore it promotes lust, because it's all right if you really want to make a song about making love, then choose the romantic part, about, I only feel this way when I'm with you, that language. But as soon as you get too specific and you get too fleshy with it, it becomes, in Dutch we would say ordinaire. In English, that's not the word, because ordinary just means normal, but it actually means, what's the word in English for that? Banality, right? It becomes, yeah. So I'm not going to go through the rest of the lyrics. It's just, this is just not. This is promoting lust. So this is -1. So we get -3 on the mainstream. So it's now 0 for Christian music against -3 for the mainstream music. Back to the Christian. How long are we underway here? 36 minutes, okay. Maybe we're going to do a top 5. I think that's okay. I think we're going to do a top 5. Because I don't want this to be too long. Though it's fun, but... Josiah Queen. Dusty Bibles is the title of the lyric, of the song. Okay, it's written by Josiah Queen, John Michael Howell, Zach Lawson, and Dylan Thomas. We got dust on our Bibles, brand new iPhones. No wonder why we feel this way. Hey, how you been? It's been a while, and I'm just checking in. I miss the way things used to be back in 2017, and I just miss my friend. Hey, I've been fine. I've been struggling to find some peace of mind. It's the problem of our nation and in our generation. We're too busy and can't find the time. Are we busy, or is it all a lie? We got dust on our Bibles, brand new iPhones. No wonder why we feel this way. We walk with our eyes closed, blind leading blind folks, and I'm done with those idols and dusty Bibles. We only get this one life. I don't want to sit and watch it pass me by. I'm so done being complacent. There ain't no replacement for a life in the light of your way. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah. We only get this one life. I don't want to sit and watch it pass me by. I'm so done being complacent. There ain't no replacement for a life in the light of your way. Oh, I'm done. Had enough of my way. Done with what? Done with, worldly things? Or are you done with sinful life? Sins? Are you done with what? With dust on our Bibles, brand new iPhones, I wonder why we feel this way. We walk with our eyes closed, blind leading blind folks, and I'm done with those idols and dusty Bibles. So yeah, there are a lot of idols in the world, right? And because of the idols and all the attention going there, the Bible becomes dusty. We don't look at it anymore. And I'm not including myself right now because it's not the moment of life that I'm in right now. But a lot of people who have believed the gospel are, in that situation where they're just caught up into the daily grind and don't, and just their attention is always on something else, right? I miss the way things used to be back in 2017. And I just miss my friend. I guess he means Jesus. Oh, I just miss my friend. We got dust on our Bibles, brand new iPhones. No wonder why we feel this way. We walk with our eyes closed, blind leading blind folks. I'm done with those idols and dusty Bibles. Okay, I do appreciate the sentiment here. It's good to undust your Bible and get into the Word. But there is this kind of condemnation in the song about, if you're not reading your Bible regularly, then, then you're in trouble in a way. Then you're not actually, a Christian or anything. Because once we believe the gospel, the word lives in us. Jesus lives in us the moment we believe. And that means that you don't necessarily, although it's a good thing to do, you don't necessarily have to pick up a Bible. And it's not that a day that you didn't pick up a Bible, that day is therefore a wasted day, or because the Lord can be your provider. The Lord can be, you can pray during the day. You can feel comfort from the Lord. You can experience fellowship with the Lord without ever touching a Bible and with the iPhone in your hand, He says, we're too busy and can't find the time for the Bible then, I guess. Are we busy, or is it all a lie? Well, you can you can enjoy the Lord when you're busy. You can, He can give you strength, courage. He can be you can enjoy fellowship every day. And it doesn't require you to shut down the world and pick up a dusty Bible. So there is all this. Yeah, it's also a kind of self-glorification. Look, I am picking up my Bible. What are you doing? Or are you still on your iPhone? I'm picking up my Bible. Because I'm done with those idols. Are you done with your idols? No, you're not. That's why I'm telling you. You should be done with your idols, right? And he's not talking about idols when it comes to Baal worship or anything. He's just talking about diversions of your attention, like the news, or maybe even artists, or movies, or pop music in general, or maybe even the sports that you like to do, because maybe this person thinks that everything that's not reading the Bible is an idol. We don't know because it's not specified. But one thing that makes me, that makes me suspicious of this song, is that there is no mention of Jesus, and there's no mention of God. There's a mention of the Bible, but it's all focused on us, what we are doing. Are you reading your Bible or not? That's what it's about. And it's so very religious in a way. It's very condescending also to other people, and it's not encouraging at all. It's more in a condemnation sense. And because there is no Jesus Christ anywhere in this song, and this is supposed to be a Christian song, I have to give this a -1. So we have another -1 here, and that makes the Christian music now, and it now has a negative score. It now has a negative score of -1. So we're going to change the score -1. So it's now -1 against -3. That's not a good thing for the Christian music. Okay, back to the mainstream. We're going to look to number 4. And that is Olivia Dean with Man I Need. The song is written by Olivia Dean, Zach Naomi, and Tobias Jesso Jr. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. Looks like we're making up for lost time. Need you to spell it out for me. Bossa Nova on all night. It's like a type of alchemy. Introduce me to your best friend. I can come and slot right in. A satellite ain't even that far. I kinda wonder where you are. Already know I can't leave it all alone. I can't leave it alone. You're on my mind. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. Whatever the type of talk it is, come on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me, talk to me. Be the man that I need. Talk to me, talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me, talk to me. Be the man, 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 man. I'd like to think you feel the same way, but I can't tell with you sometimes. So baby, let's get on the same page. Stop making me read between the lines. Already know I can't leave it alone. You're on my mind. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kind of like it when you call me wonderful, whatever the type of talk it is. Come on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me. And then it repeats, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, baby, whatever. And then it ends with, Okay. I say this is a neutral song. That was the word I was looking for. This is a 0. This is not a biblical song. It doesn't pretend to be a biblical song. It doesn't pretend to be a Christian song, because it's not. It's just a mainstream song, and it's about a woman who wants a guy to talk to her. And that's just, yeah. There's no, it also is not, doesn't have any, antichrist spirit in it either. It's just a, I'd say a modern love song, basically. Well, I wouldn't call it a love song, actually, because, it's about the phase before that, it's about getting to know someone. So 0 points. So that is just a neutral song. So the mainstream pop still has a -3 score. We're going to look at number 4 on the list of the Christian music. And that's the song Lemonade, all written in capitals. I'm not going to scream the name, but I should actually. Credits. By Forrest Frank and the Figs. And it's written by Forrest Frank and the Figs. Okay. The love of God has got me clean. No Old Spice. That desert I was in was so deep, so dry. But now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm feeling free. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he'd be making lemonade. Lemonade. I kind of have a feeling this is a hip-hop song. My Jesus making lemonade, lemonade. I watch my worries wash away. Lemonade. It's gonna be okay. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he'd be making lemonade. Okay. Made it with that living water, Spirit, Son, Holy Father. Devil thought he really got us. I guess he just forgot that. God works everything for better, no matter what the weather. I agree. He knits it all together, cozier than a sweater. Oh, I'm lighter than a feather, so light. Just thinking about the things you've done. The things you've done. Good. You mix the sour with the sweet, and that's the perfect remedy. The love of God has got me clean, no Old Spice. That desert I was in was deep, so dry, but now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm feeling free. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he'd be making lemonade. Lemonade. My Jesus making lemonade, lemonade. I watch my worries wash away. Lemonade. It's gonna be okay. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he'd be making lemonade. Sweet like sugar cane on a summer day. Ain't my Jesus better than the words I could ever say? Promise that the great, the good, the bad would come along. 'Cause if life is always easy, probably doing something wrong. He comforts in the sorrow. He's given in the loss. He stole the shame I carried and wore it on the cross. True. He wore it on, provided me a future and manna for today. Love that. Yes, he is our food every day. He gives us manna for today. Life tried to give me lemons, but my Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade, my Jesus making lemonade, lemonade. My Jesus making lemonade, yeah. I'll watch my worries away. Lemonade, it's gonna be okay. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he'd be making lemonade. Old Spice, He's always making lemonade. Lemonade. I like this song. I don't know if I like the song. I don't know if I like the music, but I do like the lyrics. It's, it's a little bit simple sometimes, but it's, it's what's supposed, if it's supposed to be a pop song, in a way, then I understand. But life gives me some lemons, but who really is going to make something out of it? That's Jesus, right? And he took care of my sorrow, and he wore it on. He stole the shame I carried and wore it on the cross. I would say he took my shame that I carried and wore it on the cross. He took it from me. It's not that he stole it from me. He took it because I could have refused. When you believe the gospel, then you agree that he took it. But if you say, no, I don't believe it, then you're going to carry your own shame. So he doesn't steal it from you. So that's the only thing I would say that's not really biblically accurate. But all throughout the song, it mentions the cross, it mentions Jesus, who provides a future and manna for, very important, today. I love that. So this is a +1 for me. This is a +1. So we have +1 again. So now we're back to 0 for the Christian music. And we're almost at the last song. So we're only going to do one other song. Oh no, this was number 5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, this was number 5. So the Christian music with 5 songs ends up with a 0. We're going to go over that, what that means. First, we're going to go to the mainstream for the last song, and then we're going to draw conclusions from this. And the mainstream song is Zaza featuring Shali Popi by Frenna. Okay. Written by Elisha Amono Nizer, Divancho Zamir Wever, Tevin Irvin Plate, Casper Jalili, Crown Uzama, Francis Jr. Ijusei, and Nathaniel Totime. What an interesting last names. It's all over the place. Sometimes it looks German, then it looks a bit Dutch, then it looks a bit African. Very interesting. Zaza looks like if I look at the cover, it looks like a hip hop song. Yeah, if you look at the lyrics, it definitely is a hip hop song. This is a hip hop song, definitely. Jump around, want the boys back. Ofa. Jump around, no holding back. A. Oh wow, this actually is Dutch in a way. Yeah, this is Dutch. Maybe this is catered to my region. So maybe this is not on the American. If you're in America or you're on an American IP address and you go to Apple Music, maybe this one is not on the Christian one, because this is English and Dutch mixed. But I'm going to translate, so it's okay. All right. So jump around and hold it back. Het is om mij dat je mo niet lekt. Well, actually, I actually don't even know what that means. It's kind of English and Dutch, mixed together. It's because of me that your mo didn't lack. No, I don't know what it means. Want ben de guy die de motion zet, nor go they. Because I'm the guy who sets the motion. That's probably what it means. Zonder mij is de scène so boring. That's really Dutch and English mixed together. Without me, the scene is so boring. That's what it means. Ik heb al die hits on deck. I have all those hits on deck. Wahala. Is this really the Christian chart? My God. Okay. I got the game on lock. No cap. A. Zo intens wat ik doe. That means so intense what I'm doing. Zo intens wat ik doe. Ze is fan. She's a fan. Ze is fan van wat ik doe. She's a fan of what I do. I'm missing Zaza, 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 Zaza. Frenna Veli was zijn Abba. Was zijn Abba. No idea what that means. Hoga, 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 Gaga. Coco Frenny was zijn Abba. Ah, dance. Slime got the monkey on deck. And I'm so big, so heavy on neck. Game on. Frenny aan zet. Which means Frenny, it's Frenny's turn. Say, tek, 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 maak die mannen upset. That means, tek, 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 I don't even know what that means. Make those men upset. Upset, by the way, is an English word. This is not a Dutch word, right? So this is Dutch and English mixed together. Very interesting, but also very strange. Biggie boys on deck. En ik ben zo fly dat ik flex op X. And I'm so fly that I'm flexing on X. OFA. This is really, this is street talk, right? This is, this is absolutely street talk. Slime got the money on deck. Life so soft, won't settle for less. And I know, they might hate little mandem trying. Want als ik kom ik dom. Because when I come, that's what it means. I'm coming stupid or dumb, I guess. Money long, shorty komt online. Money long, shorty is coming online. Oeh, mami, come online. Ben hier voor een long, long time. I'm here for a long, long time. Met de mandem, baas willen rond ons zijn. With the mandem, baas want to be around us. Yeah. Oh, I just forgot. I thought, is this a Christian song? But we're not in the Christian charts here. I just forgot. I was like, what is Christian about this? But it's not. It's just a mainstream song. Okay. I was just like, what is this? Okay. Then I understand, this is just a mainstream song that's popular here in Holland, I guess. I never heard this song anyway. Ben hier en ik splash fontein. Yes, I'm here and I'm splashing fountain. Met de mandem, leave me alone sometime. Zo intens wat ik doe. So intense what I'm doing. She's a fan. Ze is fan. Ze is fan van wat ik doe. She's a fan of what I'm doing. I guess he's now repeating himself. But even if he's not, I have no idea what this all means. I just have no idea. This is such a street language. I'm so out of touch when it comes to that. I have no idea. I put the money on deck, wrist so froze, I put ice on my neck. Same way the party don't set. Okay. This is like, it's not an anti-biblical song, I guess. It's also, it just doesn't make sense. So it's just a 0 points for this song. So we're ending up with a -3 score of the mainstream music, which is something to be expected. It would have been nice if it was a 0 score, but there are some Antichrist songs in there. 2 of them, and one is about lust. And the other, the Christian music, has a 0. Out of 5 songs, it's just 0. So that means not really Christian, but also not really anti-Christian. Or not biblical or not anti-biblical, but just, neutral. And that's not what Christian music is supposed to be. Christian music is supposed to be about Christ, and not all of them are about Christ. Most of them don't mention him. And that's basically, what I expected. I expected actually a minus score. I was even more negative about my expectations than how this turned out to be. But it's still not good. And that's because the institutional church is... I hate to use the term, but in this case, I think I should say it. It's lukewarm. But not lukewarm... in the sense that, when we look at lukewarm, it's lukewarm. I think there are many forms of lukewarm, and it just means that the focus is not on Christ anymore. It's on you. It's on how you are doing. It's about your works, your self-righteousness, and it's about boasting. I am picking up my dusty Bible. Are you? Right? I am leaving that iPhone behind. What are you doing on your iPhone? Right? This condescending condemnation, and it's all over. And then there are a lot of Christian songs, and we haven't seen them here, that are talking about, I'm following Jesus, I'm picking up my cross, I am, doing what I'm supposed to do. I want to be like Jesus, and I'm really trying to be like Jesus, and I invite Jesus in my heart, and all that. We didn't find those lyrics here in these 5 songs, but I'm sure that if we would have gone further, we would have found them eventually, because that's mainstream Christian music right now, and the mainstream Christianity right now. It's all focused on the self. It's all focused on building a kingdom, doing things on your own, and Christ is just, it's supposed to be about him, but it's not actually. And that's what we're seeing even in these 5 songs. My favorite one, and there was only one. There were 2 positive songs. Yeah, there was Jesus Making Lemonade. That was okay. But the one that I liked was the What an Awesome God by Phil Wickham. And I actually, when I went back to Christ a few years ago, he was one of the artists that I liked. Not that I listened to a whole album or something, but there were a few songs that I listened to, and I loved this voice. And I don't remember what the names of the songs were, because I've kind of forgotten about it. But yes, this Phil Wickham guy, and he probably also has some anti-biblical songs also about picking up your cross. Maybe he even was the one who sang I decided to follow Jesus. I don't know whether he did or not. But this was a positive song. This was a good one. And but if this wasn't in the top 5, we might have ended up, or we would have ended up with a minus score. That's really bad, for the Christian music. It's really sad if you look at it. And if you start looking, at the music itself, it really tries to sound like the world, and that's okay. There's no condemnation in that. It's not that. But what I liked about the Christian music in the past is what that was all about. It was not trying to be like the world, but they're trying so hard to be like mainstream artists. And basically they've become that. But that's just, that's not the most important thing. It's about whether or not the music is about Christ. I personally, I don't listen to Christian music all day. I've basically checked out on that. I listen to a lot of music, but most of them is just mainstream, but it's not current mainstream, but from long ago. And certain artists that I liked back in the day that make new albums that have stayed true to how they sounded. They didn't divert their they didn't drift away too far from their sound, right? I like those 2, but I'm not so much into Christian music because of this. A lot of it is so self-righteous and so not Christ-focused, and therefore I'd rather listen to, a song about adultery. I'm just naming one. Whitney Houston, "Saving All My Love for You." I love that song. I mean, I don't love the lyrics so much, but I love the music. I love the soulful way she's singing it. And it's about adultery. It's about a sin. But I still love the song for the music and for her voice. I think it's just a very beautiful song, just musically speaking. So I'd rather listen to that than a Christian. So, and this is about adultery. I'd rather listen to that, and just I do ignore the adultery thing. I'm just listening to the music, and maybe because English is not my first language, I can basically block out the meaning of the song. If it were in Dutch, that would probably be more impossible for me to do, even though I speak English very well and I hear English all the time. I still am able to block it out if I don't want to focus on the meaning of the lyrics. Then it's just spoken words that just, and that's how I listen to songs like this. And that's why they don't bother me as much if it's about adultery or something. I know that it is a sin and I know that it's not. But I enjoy the music for, the musical aspect of it and not so much for the lyrics. But when it's supposed to be Christian, it should be 100% biblical. You are setting your standard really high. If you say, I'm gonna make a song about Christ, you'd better make sure that's a good representation of the Bible. If it's not, then you're doing a lot of damage, much more damage than the lyricist of Saving All My Love For You ever did. So, we're gonna end this one here. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a little bit different. I thought this was, it was kind of a light topic in a way, but it's also, in the end, it's all about, Christ. Is Christ there? Is the Christ at the center of these songs? And Christ wants to be our manna for today, which is the lyric that I loved really much about that Lemonade song. He wants to be our manna for today. And he wants to feed us. And that means that when we feel that maybe we're feeling empty or we're feeling like it's all pointless, and we kind of give up on life, that's a great place to be, because then we can turn to him and ask him to fill us, and he will. It's unbelievable what he will. Maybe it will take a few moments before you experience it, but he will always be there. And he can really turn a day around, or a week, or a month, or a year. And nothing outside of you has to happen for that. Nothing has to change outwardly in your life. But Jesus, he refuels you. And he is our inheritance. When we focus on Jesus, we focus on the inheritance that he shares with us, which is all things forever. That is our destiny. That is something, that you don't find in Christian songs often. Because it's always the Christian songs are usually about the milk of the word, not about the meat of the word. The meat of the word is that all things will be brought subject to God. But that includes us. Because we are one with Christ. We are sharing his inheritance. Can you imagine such a future? Such an eternal future? And we are already experiencing a foretaste of that. And we can experience that every day if we let Christ do that. And that means that our attention should go to Christ always. And rapture watching, for example, is one way to get your attention diverted back to yourself, to your miserable existence, and you're going to feel worse and worse and worse. And then Christ cannot be your manna for today. Then he's your manna for tomorrow. And the only manna you have is the rapture, and not Christ supplying himself to you. So that's how I wanted to end this. Thank you for listening, and until next time.
This was another episode of Rejoicing Tone. I hope you enjoyed it, together or alone. Actually, you're never alone, because Christ is there too, to provide his provision to you. Today we've looked at Christian and mainstream songs, whether they're biblical or contain so many wrongs.